Ever get the feeling that some families, like, have this hidden script, and just when you think you've got their story figured out, boom, a major plot twist comes along.
Absolutely. It's like we build these narratives around the people closest to us, and then life throws a curveball, and suddenly everything we thought we knew gets turned upside down.
And that's exactly where we're diving in today. We're looking at this intense family situation,
Mm.
and let me tell you, the source material is wild.
Yeah.
We're talking about a confession that could blow this whole family apart.
It's like one of those situations where the truth is way stranger than fiction, you know? The kind of thing you couldn't make up.
Okay, so picture this. We're listening in on a conversation. It's a young woman, Shayla, and she's sitting down with her parents. You can cut the tension with a knife.
Right off the bat, you get this feeling that something big is about to go down. Like Shayla's holding on to this massive secret and she's finally ready to let it out.
And the way she reveals it is just, it's heartbreaking. She's stumbling over her words, trying to find the right way to say it.
You can hear the emotion in her voice, the guilt, the fear. It's palpable.
And then she drops the bombshell. She tells him she had an affair with her best friend's husband. But there's more. She's pregnant. And the baby's his.
Oh, wow. Yeah, talk about betrayal. I mean, that's a lot to unpack right there.
It is, and it just gets more complicated from there because you've got Shayla obviously struggling with what she's done, right? But then there's her friend Amber, completely oblivious to the whole thing.
It's that classic ethical dilemma, like what's the right thing to do? Do you tell the truth even if it hurts? Or do you try to protect everyone by staying silent?
Exactly. And this is where it gets really interesting because Shayla's parents, well, their reaction isn't what you might expect.
You'd think they'd be angry, right? I mean, who wouldn't be? But instead, there's this weird sense of understanding from the mother, almost like she's trying to find a way to excuse what Shayla did.
Yeah, it's almost like she's more concerned with protecting their family's image than with, the actual betrayal itself. It really makes you think about family loyalty and how far people will go to keep up appearances.
Totally. Like, at what point does loyalty become enabling? It's a tough one, for sure.
And speaking of tough, can we talk about Amber for a second? I mean, this poor woman, she has no idea what's coming.
That's the thing about secrets. They have a way of coming out eventually, and when they do, the fallout can be pretty devastating.
It's like a ticking time bomb. You just know it's going to blow. You just don't know when. And in this case, when it does, it's not just going to impact Shayla and Amber, but their families too, especially that baby.
Exactly. That child is going to be caught right in the middle of this whole mess. Talk about a complicated family dynamic. It really highlights how our choices, even ones we might think are personal, can have far-reaching consequences.
And, that's something I think we can all relate to. We've all made choices we regret, choices that have impacted the people around us. This deep dive is just a really stark reminder that sometimes those consequences are much bigger than us.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that actions have consequences and that sometimes the truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how hard we try to hide it.
This whole story just leaves me with a million questions, like how does Shayla move forward from this? What happens when Amber finds out? And what about that innocent child caught in the middle? It's a lot to ponder.
It really is. It's a reminder that life is messy, relationships are complex, and sometimes there are no easy answers.
No easy answers at all. Well, that's it for today's deep dive, folks. Thanks for joining us as we delved into this complicated and, let's face it, pretty messed up family saga. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the dark side of human nature.